You know those nights when you just flop onto your bed and you think about how much you're going to do the next day, how you're going to wake up early and be so productive. Maybe you go on an early morning walk or do sunrise yoga. You can cook an aesthetic and healthy breakfast and finish the rest of your homework. But the next morning you wake up, you go and check your phone and you realize it's already the mid-morning or even the afternoon. Maybe your alarm didn't go off or you didn't set one in the first place, but you didn't expect to sleep for 12 hours. You might feel groggy, unmotivated, and even mad at yourself. You might think to yourself, you've already spent half your day unconscious, lying in bed. Might as well spend the rest of the day in bed and start over tomorrow. It's tempting to just give up today and hope tomorrow will be better. After all, people always say the early bird gets the worm. I guess you didn't get the worm today. But it's time to change that mentality. After all, it doesn't matter what time you wake up, but what you actually do during the time that you're awake. Just because you slept in during the morning doesn't mean that the rest of the day has to be wasted. Remember, it's normal to oversleep, and not every day has to be a 5 a.m. ultra productive day in the life. Today, I'm going to show you how to save an overslept day. The first thing that you do is a catalyst for every other thing you do for the rest of the day, and that's just getting out of bed. I know it can be so difficult sometimes. I count down in my head, and when the number strikes 1, I don't even have to think about how uncomfortable it is or how I don't want to get up. I just do. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I got my head out the sunroof, I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine.
Now that you're up, continue with your regular morning routine. For me, this consists of brushing my teeth, washing my face, doing my skincare routine, and my daily morning tidying, like making my bed. Sleeping for such a long time also means that you must be extremely dehydrated and hungry. Drink a ton of water and have a proper breakfast even if you don't feel like eating. If you don't have an appetite, even eating some fresh fruit can be helpful. Remember, your body needs fuel to continue functioning properly, and after sleeping for a while, your body goes into fasting mode, saving energy for only essential body functions like breathing. If it's not too late in the day already, I also like to drink coffee to clear myself of the morning fog and elevate my energy levels to help me get started with the day. When you sleep in, your brain can wake up in the middle of your sleep cycle, even during deep sleep, leading you to feel groggy.
Driving down the freeway at night, I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof, I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one.
Next, I like to make a to-do list for the day filled with easy tasks like simply filling up my humidifier in combination with some bigger tasks, or daily habits like exercise and editing a YouTube video. The smaller, easier things help provide motivation for the larger things. Two things that I always put on my to-do list, especially when I sleep in, is to get fresh air and exercise outside and to clean my room. There was a trick I saw on the internet once where you put your clothes on your bed so you have to fold them before you go to sleep. Nope, it doesn't work for me because I literally just throw them on the floor or on my chair before I go to bed. And in the morning, I wake up to a huge mess. Definitely not a great way to start the day. From multiple studies, it has been found that those who have cluttered bedrooms full of their hoardings They take a long time to fall asleep, and their sleep quality is also poor enough that it leads to an increased chance of depression and stress. When your bedroom becomes a peaceful and ordered place with no clutter around, you will feel less stressed and less distracted, much more ready to tackle the day. Being outside can additionally help bring feelings of happiness along with the endorphins, feel-good chemicals that exercise brings out. Exercise outside will also set up your next day as well, as it will help you fall asleep more quickly and improve sleep quality, says Charlene Gameldo, a medical director of the Johns Hopkins Center for Sleep.
She doesn't mind that I don't know how to cook. She likes the way I keep my nightstand filled up with books. And I think it's sweet, she sometimes winks when she laughs. I like the way she dances barefoot in the grass. Yeah, we get along alright, 'cause I've been dating me my whole life.
I've also been trying to stretch after exercise as it helps keeps the muscles flexible, strong, and healthy. After all, you may not feel the impact of not stretching now when you're still young, but when you're older, you'll definitely feel it.
She doesn't mind that I don't know how to cook. She likes the way I keep my nightstand filled up with books. And I think it's sweet, she sometimes winks when she laughs. I like the way she dances barefoot in the grass. Yeah, we get along alright, 'cause I've been dating me my whole life.
Waking up early doesn't necessarily make you healthier, happier, and more productive. Yes, it works for many people, but what's true for one can be very wrong for the other. It's just that our culture, like work and the school system, tend to be scheduled around a regular circadian rhythm. So those who naturally have a later sleep schedule are constantly sleep deprived and therefore can't do as well in school. From a young age, we're told that waking up late is a sign of laziness. But for some, they have what's called a delayed circadian sleep phase, according to Dr. Syed Moin Hassan. Some people can't be productive early in the morning and instead work better later at night. They can just be as productive and hardworking if their schedules allow it. What sucks is that their schedules usually don't, leading them to go against their natural sleep schedule and stay tired and sleep deprived. However, if you're oversleeping more than the regular upper limit of 9 hours a day, you might want to ask yourself why that's happening. No matter when you wake up or when you sleep, the most important thing is keeping a regular sleep schedule, a routine, so your brain doesn't continually have to wonder when you're going to sleep and when you're going to wake up. Secondly, it's more important what you actually do during the hours you're awake than what time you wake up. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a comment because I read all my comments, and subscribe if you want to. This is my sister, by the way. Okay, bye.